Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
Back with another episode of Buzz and Suds, and we have a treat. This is from Hoof Brewing. Everybody wants some Citra. This one is an 8% ABV beer that is courtesy of CJ, who went up to the can release. They've actually had to change things how they do things up there because their releases have become so huge that they've had parking problems. So it used to be Sunday at noon, there's a line, they'd go through. Now you gotta get tickets, and they start earlier, and they've decreased the amount of cans you can have. It used to be like 2 cases a person, now it's like 12 pack or something like that, I'm not sure exactly. But so anyway, all that being said, thank you CJ for putting in the time and the effort and getting this for us.
Thanks, CJ.
So let's get into it.
I can already get the nose. Wow.
Well, first off is the look of this bad boy. I mean, this is like a gray, like those like pears. It's like a grayish. How would you describe that?
I was going to say grayish amber.
Yeah, and it's completely opaque. I've heard even CJ himself has said this is the ugliest beer I've ever seen in my life. I mean, come on.
Yeah, I guess it's almost like you took orange juice and poured milk in it to make it kind of gray.
It's unreal the look of this beer, but I'm telling you, I smell this thing.
Well, I can smell it from there. It's going to be awesome.
So let's just go ahead and describe it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
that is nothing but citrusy goodness.
Yeah, you could get it from here. When you get your nose to about here,
I smell some sweet malt. I bet they're using Golden Promise. That's what I use when I want to go sweet.
I get big pineapple.
Sweet citrus, pineapple, orange. I'm not sure about mango, but definitely pineapple and orange.
It's almost candied. It's got almost a little bit of artificial sweetness, a little bit of artificial juiciness to it. Sweetness.
It smells awesome.
But it's huge. It's wonderful.
Let's do it.
Cheers. Cheers. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean,
it really tastes pulpy. I mean, it's so thick.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, for an IPA, it's just super thick.
Yeah.
Just coats your tongue.
Creamy, it's sweet, it's so smooth and soft on the tongue. It's
all the tropical notes that this matches perfectly. So the first Hoof that we did earlier tonight, it had kind of a tangy flavor right off the bat. Well, maybe a tiny tangy flavor, but the citrusy, the sweet citrus just overwhelms you. I mean, this is big citrus bomb.
This is heaven for me in a glass. I mean, this is exactly what I like in a big double IPA.
Me too.
Just sweet, juicy citrus goodness. A little bit of that artificial sweetness to it, like a candy pineapple.
I wonder how they did that. I wonder if they couldn't have added sugar at the end without killing the yeast. So it must be the malt. It must be a sweet malt.
Almost like that, like if you took, Bubblicious and made a pineapple flavored Bubblicious, it's got that kind of flavor to it. The bitterness is there, but you're not even going to think about the bitterness with this one.
Yeah, I would say it's a low bitterness. Yeah. I mean, low relative to how much hop aroma and flavor. It's probably still in the 70s, it's maybe even 80s. It's just there's so much other flavors. I bet it's 80. And
the carbonation on this is wonderful. I get just this nice little
it's a little prickly.
Yeah, a little prickly feeling on the tongue. I've had this beer once before. CJ brought a growler of it over, and so I knew how much I was going to love it. It's the first time I had it on a can, but my gosh.
Was there a difference in growler and can?
Not that I can remember. No.
This is wonderful.
But this is just so wonderful. They really knocked it out of the park with this one. And we've had Everybody Wants Some. Which one's the one we had? We had one of their. They do this series for different hops. I'll have to look it up. I can't remember.
I'm not sure. Talking. I'll look it up while you're talking.
I'm not sure if we reviewed it or not, but I don't think I was as impressed. And I don't think it was this juicy. than the one we had before. And I'm not sure, I think we reviewed it. I know it wasn't this, it didn't have this
It was Nelson.
Yeah,
Sauvin.
everybody wants some Nelson Sauvin. And you know, just that hop's gonna be different, had a little more like champagne or wine. I mean, just like you would think of those, you know, those grapes, like it's kind of like a Cabernet or a Cabernet Sauvignon. I think it's similar in character to that, so it kind of had that wininess to it. This is, I mean, gosh, Citra's my favorite hop.
Well, there's not that many hops that can stand alone and make just a phenomenal beer, and Citra's one of them. Amarillo to me is about the only other one, maybe Centennial or Cascade, but Citra is just my favorite by far.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is a 5 for me.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't think that this can stand up to the Northeast beers, I mean, this one stands up easy.
It definitely does. I mean,
It's awesome.
This is a hands down 5. I mean, it's wonderful, and I think they might be doing Mosaic next.
Oh, that'll be good too.
I don't know if we get that because I think CJ's taking some time off.
Well, he's going to get married. So what do you expect?
He's
got to trim down, stop drinking beer so much.
But anyway, no, this is super wonderful. Love it. If you haven't gotten some, I mean, this is they're pretty limited in what they release and how they distribute. So if you haven't gotten some, I don't know if you're going to get it, but
trade for it.
Yeah.
Trade for it. Trade up. It's worth it. It's good.
Anything else? As always, if you can't have the beer you love the beer you have. Thanks.